And there we go. We should now be live. Let me just turn up the desktop audio. Oh, I didn't mean to accidentally refresh that. There we go. And everyone should be able to see my screen. Hello everyone. Welcome to the usual Sunday stream. How are we all doing? Bear with me a moment. I'm just going to turn off a few things here and then we'll get started. Yes, Herman, welcome to Jurassic Park. Let me know if any volumes need to be adjusted, obviously. Right, and we're just in first-person mode, just to enter the park, as it were. I just wanted to show you guys what I've already done. This is our very large command center, and our hatcheries, our staff centers are all prepped. We have our double ranger posts already sorted out. I've given them a nice little new skin, this quite nifty black with yellow stripe, which I thought was quite distinctive for our rangers. But if I exit out of first person view, you can see what has already been done. So the park entrance is ready to go. We have all of the necessary buildings up here, but down here we also have our wonderful little dam. And thanks to Kyodenic's Move It mod, I've been able to add some little water effects to the front of our dam as well with the fountains. I love the fact that the fountains are actually affected by gravity, so it doesn't matter which way you put them, the water will fall to gravity, which I think is I was surprised at. I was kind of expecting the water to just spray out frontally because you know how Frontier is with its with cutting corners. But yeah, we got a nice dam here for power generation. We have a little mock power station at the end of this road as well. So the park is all landscaped, you know, all the forestry is sorted. I'm actually just going to stick that into performance mode. There we go. So the landscape is not too much touched from what the basic Nublar map is. And yeah, we have our entrance. So I want to make this our own Jurassic Park. 1993, 1997, 2003 sort of era Jurassic Park. That doesn't necessarily mean that the park has to look like Jurassic Park. It doesn't necessarily mean it has to have the same species as Jurassic Park. I just wanted to have maybe a bit of a 93 or original Jurassic Park feel to it. So the first thing I think we definitely need for this park is the park gates. Naturally, I think. We need our wonderful Welcome to Jurassic Park guest gate, I think. And this, I think this, the words, this cutting in this this ridgeline, I think works as a perfect entrance. So I'm going to stick the gate straight in here. I think we'll have two. We'll have one on this side and one on that side. So let's just stick that. I want it to try to be level. Okay, so there's one. Yeah, Herman, I think dams are a really easy way of adding a little bit of extra interest to your map. They're not particularly difficult to create. It's a good way of making use of water sources that are sort of beyond use, for example. Like this area here is not really useful unless you do a lot of landscaping. So just sticking some water in and having a bit of a dam here And it's just a nice sort of realism touch. And there was supposed to be, I think there is in one of the comics. Hello, Rami. In one of the comics, there was a Jurassic Park dam. Basically, it looked like the visitor center building on one end, and it just was just a normal dam. There was going to be one, so why not add one to our Jurassic Park? I actually think the Jurassic Park comics are amazing, and if I can ever find some copies of them, I would suggest if people want to explore the comics that they go and give Clayton Fortani, something like that. I can't remember his name exactly. His channel a look, because he's done some audio recordings of the comics themselves. So yeah, it's good background noise if you ever want to listen to them. Let's put in our walls. Whoops. How are you, Rami? How's your Sunday been? Obviously, we'll hide the ends of these fences with trees or whatever. This is just a rough layout at the moment. Clayton Floriety, that's the one. Thank you, Herman. Why is it YouTubers have to have some really difficult names? And we'll forest this area in as well. Like, this would be the perfect place for a couple of those Tree of Lives from the first game. You know, just create a nice canopy, but we don't have them, so I'll have to make do. Oh, we better just... Oh, we can't open the gates until we're connected up. Yes, okay. Really? Or is it the fact that the park needs to be open? Oh, I think I might have to actually, like, open the park. Oh no, the park is open. Oh, okay. Okay, so, what do we... Oh, really, Dinosaur King? That surprises me. Huh. Right, so, what are we going to do here? I feel like we need an exhibit at the entrance, I think. I think it would be nice for us to have something here. Maybe make use of the fact we've got this lovely water source here. And just have a small exhibit located at the entrance. So, ideas for that. And obviously we're going to want to... I feel like we need to have some path art here. Put a circle in here easily enough. Gonna have a walk-in enclosure, Homalocephaly and Drysaurus. We'll definitely do a walk-in enclosure at some point. Maybe not directly at the entrance. We don't want our guests to just grab a random Homalocephaly out and run off back to the helicopters, do we? I always thought bones at the entrance was a good expectation setter. This is what will happen to you in our park. Our park is going to have a 100% safety record. I wonder how difficult it would be to turn that into like the Jurassic Park logo. So what is it? It's like the neck. And like head. Oh dear. Okay, let's try that again. The neck goes up, and then we have the back of the Rex head. Then we have like the snout. And then like I think that's looking pretty good already, to be honest. Maybe a few little changes to the give it more of a thick snout, because Rex does have a thick snout. Don't know, maybe something. It's not too bad, I don't think, considering it's very difficult to do path art of a Rex, I think. Just because of the shape of its skull is quite strange. Yeah, no, it's definitely not that. I mean, dino skeletons at the entrance. Oh, dinosaur skeletons. Oh, that's looking a bit better. That's better. I think that's a bit more Rex shaped. And maybe I think that's better. I mean, obviously it's not perfect. But then it's very difficult to get something like this to be 100% perfect. Jeez, that's possible. Something along those lines. I'm not going to focus too heavily on the path art, but that's what I want to do. I'm going to have to probably have another go at that. We'll have a path going off the top down towards our gates. There we are. Should we actually open them now? The neck is scoliosis. You get the general gist. You know, I'll do most of the main decorative elements off stream, so we can kind of focus on the main bits of the park. It's a little narrow, but I'm okay with that. Kind of want to turn this little space here maybe into like a seating area. Yeah, we'll turn that into a seating area. In 2 days, I predict Fletcher is going to do a 30 to 40 minute video on why Dimetrodon should be the only animal you buy for a park. Actually, it's probably going to be more the Giganotosaurus, the new Giganotosaurus design. Of all of the things about Dominion, the new Giga design is something I do actually like. It is one of the very few things about Dominion I like. Much of the rest of the movie I think is pretty poor, but the Giga, yeah, looks good. And unlike Jurassic World Evolution 2's Giga, doesn't look like it's starved to death. I think we are going to need to have some decorations here. So I think a couple of the classic obelisks, because every Jurassic Park needs a couple of obelisks. Actually, no, we'll do my classic fountain design. There's the fountain, and then we put in maybe it has to go in. Oh, that was nowhere near in the middle, was it? That's better. And maybe a couple of chunks of amber. Actually, no, I like that as it is. There you go. The movie Giga is more animalistic than the Indominus and the Rex. Yes. I would say that a lot of the animals in Dominion do suffer from what I'm going to call kaiju illness. But it is what it is. If you don't know what I mean by kaiju illness, what I mean is that the animals act more like monsters than they do animals, which annoys me at times. But again, it is what it is. Like, if we're gonna have a little dinosaur exhibit here, we need to figure out the shape of the enclosure we're gonna have. Ah yes, you are suffering from kaijuism and need to take realism pills 3 times a day. To be honest, I completely agree with what Best in Slot says for the first time, probably, ever. In the Jurassic World movies are not made for the same audience as the Jurassic Park movies were. You know, it's probable that people like me and it seems Best in Slot, the Jurassic World movies are not aimed at us. They're aimed at people who really like the Marvel movies, pretty much. Yeah. And I can live with that. If the movie's not aimed at me, it's not aimed at me. I am going to do a spoiler-filled review, so I can justify my positions. And people are free to comment on what I say, but I don't think anything about what I say is actually wrong. And in fact, Evo's spoiler-filled review was pretty much on par with what I said. It's just Evo is one of these really lucky people who can separate her enjoyment for a film away from her criticism of the film, like the logical criticisms of the film. And I can't do that. It's impossible for me to be able to do that. So I'm kind of envious of her for that sort of ability. So, what's our first sort of light dinosaur species going to be? We'll use the handrail fence, I think. Handrail fence? Handrail has to be leaning toward the enclosure. Of course. Okay. I wonder if we can make this... I've just remembered actually, Cryogenics mod has a viewing path. Luxury path route viewing path. There we go. Oh, what's the... Oh, yeah, okay. And we'll keep that as the viewing path, as it were. And continue with the rest of the enclosure. We'll switch to log path here. Actually, no. We'll make that like the main viewing bit for the enclosure, and then we'll continue with the low wall instead. Ah. The choppers. Just have that disappear off into the woods. We'll put trees down in here. Min-me with turtle colours. Or min-my, even. Keep mispronouncing that. It's min-my. I guess we could. mean, it's probably a big enough enclosure to have probably more than one species in, so we could always go for double species. Right, now we need to do the invisible fence. There we go. So that'll give the illusion of this being open to the dinosaurs, when it's actually not. And this is actual water down here, which I was quite surprised. I thought it was that water texture that they stick over everything, but it actually turns out to be normal water. So they will drink from that perfectly fine. Let's see. I think I want to give them a kind of low part to the enclosure. That's a bit much. There we go. And what I'm actually going to do for this particular bit is it's going to be basically a sand bath. Or clay lick. I really liked the idea of the clay lick sort of bit in Prehistoric Planet. So this is what this is going to be. It's going to be like a mock clay lick for the dinosaurs to just as a bit of enrichment, as it were, for them. And that really is one of the things you have to do to get enjoyment from this game. You have to come up with these little imaginative details if you want to not get bored with it. What's the other? Oh, actually, that works quite well. It's just like a. There we go. So yeah, a bit of clay lick down here. We'll put some stones in here, and then the rest we'll just put in sand. So again, sand baths would be good for most dinosaurs, especially the theropods. Game only gives as much as it gets. Exactly. So a lot of it you're going to have to figure out yourself. You figure out your own enjoyment with it. So there's our little sand bath for our dinos. And yeah, we just need to think about what dinosaurs we're going to have in here. So Dinosaur King did suggest Minmai. So we'll go with Minmai. There's my accelerated growth and additional base. So Minmai. There it is. Did I do... I'm just going to quickly get up my spreadsheet of dinosaur skins. All skins and male and female. And I feel like we're also going to go with like male and female varieties in this park. So again, it's just a further illusion. So Minmai I haven't done yet. So Minmai is not a dinosaur I have done the skins for yet. Is there actually one on here that I have done? Actually, Struthi I've done male and females for. So let's do Struthi and Momus instead. We'll add Minmai after I've done its skins. Once the Biosyn DLC drops next week, I'm just going to focus entirely on getting the skin spreadsheet done, so then I can share it with people. But it does take a long time. So Amazon rainforest. with Paparana is the male skin, and the female skin is Death Valley with Calcarana. Bum 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 bum. So we should have more females than males, obviously, so we'll have 5? Yeah, we'll have 5. Oh, that was the wrong one, wasn't it? Oh, whatever. We'll have 5 of each. We'll do 5 of each and just accept that I've made a terrible mistake there. Right, let's stick in some big rocks. Just to divide off this enclosure a little bit. And I kind of want to give them some sort of shelter as well. See, these I think would work really well as things you can make shelter with. And I'll show you how. Let's see, need a kind of... That rock was probably... That rock is probably the better rock. Right, we'll stick a Chiodenics mod on, and then we can hit B and just move that up. I feel like this one could be turned slightly. Rotate X, Y, Z. There we go. Something more like that. Then if you stick another, just a normal rock under these, just to make it fit in. Obviously, it takes some fiddling around, which is probably a lot easier to do when you're not streaming and want to make nice looking content, but you get the gist. You can create reasonable sort of facsimiles. Anyway, here's our... These are the males, the white stripes, and we better get our females in, haven't we? 3, 4, 5. Right, these guys are going to need food. What do they eat? Ground leaf. So what provides ground leaf? That's those. Right, okay. One patch of food there. One patch of food in there. And we'll have like just a rough patch of food in here. Since this is where people are going to be viewing from, so we want them to have something to look at, don't we? We'll stick some ornamental shrubs around. Ground fibre works well as a sort of water plants because they've got lots of horsetails and stuff in there. So in goes the ground fibre. Right, forest. Have a patch of forest coming off of there. That's another thing I'd suggest you do when you're building your parks. Don't just stick forest anywhere. Try to connect your forest patches up, because trees naturally connect. You know, forests naturally grow outwards. They don't just like grow in patches. So you stick another couple of trees in there. Yep. And another few coming off of that. And some over here. It's a bit close to the helicopter pads, but I don't mind that too much. And I think, just for a bit of difference in foliage, we'll go with some of our aloe veras. And we'll make use of Cardenics tree mod just for something that's a little of a different colour. I think the sugar mangoes, actually. Beech tree, capox. Oh, capox are nice, though. Let's have a capoc, like... have a few capoc trees. They're just really nice, kind of tall, shady trees. It works well for our sort of covered area. But where were the sugar mangoes? There they are. Nope, that's the green sugar mangoes. I want the red sugar mangoes. Mango tree, sycamore, sugar mango. Oops. There it is. The nice orange sugar mangoes, just for some difference in color, because sometimes these paddocks can end up looking very green. So something that adds a dash of color amongst the greenery does help. There we go. There's our Struthia mimus and Minmi paddock ready to go. With other words, almost trees connected by roots. Yeah, exactly. Where are the... These are the female Struthies, so they don't have as distinct of a pattern. And that's basically my sort of, not advice, but what I've done for all of my sort of female and male skins. Male skins are going to be brighter, and female skins are generally duller. Which is basically the rule in the animal kingdom, pretty much. It's not sexist to say so, it's just a fact of nature that female skins are generally more dull than male skins. There you go. So there'll be planting put in those the brown sections. Maybe instead of Minmai we could have something else with the Struthies. And we'll save Minmai perhaps for the walkthrough exhibit. What else have we got that's relatively... just having a look at my list here. Oh, I think Draco Rex doesn't get much of a... Oh, I haven't done... Oh, I have done. There's a lot of male and female variety here. Draco Rex, I don't think gets a lot of... Exactly, Herman. Gets a lot of sort of joy from folks. So let's put Draco Rex in. Now I've got 3 different suggestions for male and female variety. So Sonoran Desert, which is the terracotta, Yukon River, which is the black, or Amazon Rainforest, which is the green. Let's go with the Amazon Rainforest mix. So Amazon Rainforest and Paparana for the male. This time I will only select... Let's go with a single male. And we'll give him a harem of females. Because again, that's pretty realistic to nature. You'll get 1 male with 3 or 4 females. So these will be the female skin variety, which is Chaplin River. No, Chaplin Valley with Calcarana. And we'll give him 4 females. There we go. Now, I suppose we better think about the first of the visitor areas, really. Oh, I've just broken my golden rule there. 1. So we need to think about how we're actually going to lay the rest of this park out. I'd quite like to make use of the water source at the bottom of the dam, perhaps for a Spinosaurus or Suchomimus. Because that feels like you would legitimately make use of that sort of pool. And I quite want to keep these water sections pretty much as they are. Same for this one over here. I do want us to have a similar section of the park like the original film, where you have the Brachiosaurus and Parasaurolophus and Trikes living together. But I think I might have that down here, because this is a very big area. There's a sort of a natural prominence, so it just works for me as this being this, and there's, you know, there's the lake at the bottom, so this works for me as being the Brachiosaurus, Parasaurolophus, Trike exhibit area. So we'll have it down there, and obviously we also need a tour. I also want to have a lagoon with the Tylosaurus from Jurassic Park the game, since I have that skin, so that needs to go in somewhere. And we need to have the T-Rex, obviously, so... 1 male, 3 to 4 females sounds like my life, says Herman. Haha, dude. That's almost kind of sad. I'm just going to quickly fast forward it so we can get to something more approaching daytime. Where's our male Dracorex? There is our male Dracorex with the blue coloration. And our female Dracorexes are just basically green, pretty much. They have a little bit of coloration to them. They've got the same pattern, but in a slightly lighter green. So there is some patterning to them, but it's not obviously as bright as the male's blue. Right, we better smooth out some terrain back here. Ah! Interesting. So this terrain is all one height. Is this water height? It is. Okay. So let's just fill in this patch here. Might keep this little mound. Something too many parks I've seen people make are just 100% flat all over the show, and it's just, it gets boring. And it also means that your parks look all the same. You want to make use of things. Like, one of the reasons I miss some of the maps from Jurassic World Evolution 1 is that they were so distinctly different with some of their environmental details. And a lot of the maps in this game are just kind of identical to one another. I really miss the old Isla Sorna map with the mountain in the middle. And I miss the old Matanceros map as well. And the Tacanio map. Like, I legitimately miss those maps. And I would happily pay for a DLC that brings them back. With, like, maybe, obviously remaster the maps for Jurassic World Evolution 2 and give them different biomes, perhaps, but I would happily pay a couple of quid to have those maps brought back. Or if they want a main DLC idea, just like do a DLC where we return to the 5 deaths. I mean, why not? I mean, it's difficult to think what else they're going to do with the game now that Dominion is out. And I think a DLC where they do return to the 5 deaths is perfect possibility. They could even bring some of the skins from the first game that we may like miss here back to the game, because there were a few great skins from that game. Could even bring back the old aviary building as a bigger variety of aviary that we can snap together, because that Quetz is going to look really strange. Chaplin Paparana for male and Mangrove Palcarana for female, says Dinosaur King. If we get to building the walkthrough enclosure, I will remember that. In fact, I'll just put it down. I'll add it to this spreadsheet quickly. Minmi. What is it you said? Chaplin and Paparana for male and Mangrove and Pulcrana for the female. Okay, I'll give that a check out. Dinosaur King. By the way, if you are watching and haven't subscribed yet, please do. We're still quite far off our 500 subs by the end of July target, so if you are watching this now or after the fact and you haven't subbed yet, please do For more content from all of us at Triclaw Gaming, obviously it is mainly me at the moment, but Dane is going to be doing more. We just need to be... he's just having trouble selecting games at the moment because not many people are watching his stuff, so... I think he was possibly going to do some Monster Hunter World or something like that, so... Any suggestions would be appreciated. Right, what do we have here? This water source is high. Let's flatten out that. Oops. There we go. So, we could... I was about to say we could have that as an enclosure here, but obviously if we're going to have the Suco or Spino in that dam area, we probably want to make this just something that the guest section goes around. And I feel then we could probably just directly connect those two areas up. We'll make this decorative down here. We'll have a Spinosaurus skeleton or something here. And we'll use this for amenities. So let's stick in our first one. I want to have it like a... I'll have to manually do it. Kind of want to have... It's tricky. Have one there and then one backing onto it. Need to do a little fiddling, but that's fine. Stick that one onto the back of it. There. Like that. Okay, squares into the chat. Hello, Neuron. How are you doing? We'll stick some trees in behind the toilet. Then we need a couple of other buildings, don't we? We need to have the drinks building. Maybe have the drinks building connect on that side. have an L-shaped drinks building. That looks a bit bizarre there, though. Let's try that again. Yeah, that's fine. And then we need to have our gifts shop. Maybe have that on the end. There, maybe. Or just on the end of this one? No. See, I think it would work there, actually. Oh, I wish the rotation tool was a little easier to use. There we go. That'll do. Oh, guest plaza area. I don't like how that toilet is not straight. Let's redo that. Why are you doing that? There we go. So I suppose we need a colour scheme for our park. And yes, the OCD is back at it again. So I suppose the Jurassic Park style concrete. I think we can have some colour on the doorway. We'll go with the thatch, just to keep the style. Oh, and the new banners. They're very touching. Maybe we'll go with the trees for that one. We'll make this sushi. Waffles. Make it waffles. So what shall I make the main color scheme? It's the Jurassic Park logo is what? Yellow, red, and white and black, isn't it? Decorations will have as the we'll keep the decorations as the tour ride green, and for the lighting we'll make it a deep orange, I think. Yep. Save as default. Yeah. There you go. And then on this side, Jurassic Park again, with the parapets, with the panels. Put the entrance on that side. Actually, no, we'll probably have it on that side. Thatch again. Make this the banner feature. And it was waffles, wasn't it? There's the waffles. There's the red, yellow, black, the green, the orange. Nice. So our drinks building, I kind of want to have some upstairs seating for the drinks building. Jurassic Park, concrete with parapets. There we go. Trees on that one as well? Yeah, let's have trees on that one, and we'll make this non-alcoholic beer. Absolutely no point in drinking non-alcoholic beer as far as I'm concerned. This one, I need to find a way of connecting it so it looks normal. Yeah, that's okay. Red, yellow. I won't have to do this again for all of them now. It's just these ones I've put down. I should have done the color scheme for one building and then not done the others. And the shops. So the shop, I think we will make a little more flashy since we want to attract people in. We'll put the banners on here and make it a bookshop. Yellow. Can't help thinking that this makes the park look like it's sponsored by McDonald's, but it is the colours that they went for. There. Excellent. Do you like the warmer tone lighting except in real life? In real life, they burn my eyes. Ah. Yeah, Dane has problems sometimes. So, I suppose, since we are here, let's actually figure out whether we're going to put Barry, Sugo, or Spino in our dam enclosure here. What do you folks think? I mean, obviously the Spinosaurus is, you know, a Jurassic Park 3 link. But it is quite close to the beginning of the park. I feel like that's not necessarily a good thing to have at the very beginning of the park. If you're adding the baryonyx, add the trio and add a randomized skin pin. I have a mod on for the baryonyx, so they won't look the same. And that's a very scary thought, Neuron. We'll make that another decorative bit. So we'll have a viewing gallery right here. Should we have one? I have one there. And one at this end. And now to annoy Dino Army, Dinosaur King even. Ah, he went straight. How did I manage that? Oh, they aren't straight. What? Did I not build this park on There you go. Ooh, sorry, let's have the classic JP3 fence. Why are you doing that? You should be straight. Okay. This is beginning to annoy me. Always try to build your parks on an even thing. Otherwise you get stupid stuff like this happening. Hopefully that should be... It's not quite, but it's better than it was. Doesn't have to be 100% perfect. Hello, sarcastically inspired. Just in time to watch me put this Spinosaurus in, I think. Why would you do that? Path to win this game is so unbehaved. very much annoys me at times. Good. Okay, we need to double up the fencing here as well. Have it just disappear off into the tree line. We'll cover that up, obviously. Same with that one. How big shall we even make this enclosure? I'm thinking the back of the dam should be the edge. So Spino has a bit over here and it can walk around over here-ish, but not much beyond that. So let's go with there. And then let's just curve it around. And we'll increase the size of the dam. Again, we'll cover up that. We'll increase the size of this dam a bit. There we go. Double up the rest of the fencing. Well, that's actually going uphill. I have to remember to smooth that out. You can tell how much I've done double fencing, considering I've pretty much got it down to a fine art now. Apart from there, which has gone a bit wrong. And I can already hear Dinosaur King complaining. So why are you doing double fencing? I think doing double fencing is one of the easiest ways you can make your enclosures look better. It's not required. It serves no purpose unless you're playing with breakouts on, obviously. But it just makes them look better. Just does. By the way, Fletcher, how was your day and everyone else's? Yeah, I've been okay. I haven't actually seen Vice yet today. I think he's busy with Dungeons and Dragons. And Dane is also busy with Dungeons and Dragons. But we're all doing fine. Why would you do that? There we go. And we'll again just have that disappear off into the tree line and we'll cover it up when we get round to it. In goes. There we are. So ready for our oh no, it's not ready for our Spinosaurus. We need to put the invisible fence line in. My parents came to visit today, so it's been nice to, after all the cleaning and cooking before they arrived. Oh, yeah, it's the worst part when you have visitors is like making the house actually look presentable. Yet, do you ever play with escapes on? No, I don't, Dino. But, At some point, I am going to play a sandbox, or do a sandbox, where I do have narrative events on, I have money on, I have that sort of thing on, and escapes. I want to give our Spino quite a lot of this area to wander around in, since he is an aquatic animal after all. Nice. I know we need to stick in the feeders for him. And we need to cover those up with plenty of foliage. Nice. Maybe stick a few rocks in here, actually. And where are those lovely kapok trees again? Oh, actually, Brazil nut trees. I mean, no, the kapoks. I think the kapoks work better as mangroves. Yeah, lovely. Right, who knows what the Spinosaurus Jurassic Park 3 skin is? Because I know there is a variation of it in here, but I don't know what the actual coloration of it is. I'm checking my list. Spinosaurus. Yeah, I don't have it written down. It's the default one. Reset all attributes? No, that didn't set it back. It can't be Death Valley and Calgarana. Let me just check the other spreadsheet. Open all skins. Spino. JP3. I've got it as Death Valley with JP3. I've got it Death Valley and Rana. Just gonna check. Yeah, I think it is that one. No, it must be. No, hang on. Grey with white strip and light red sail. Deep red with white adds blue frill stripes. Sonoran Desert is... It could be Sonoran Desert, actually. Dinosaur King, let us know. You know what they really need to do? Frontier? They need to put the Dino Viewer thing on the web so that you can have it up as a website when you're in the game. Or someone needs to find a way of doing that. Just have like a website where you have all of the combos on. Actually, I have a website. I could probably do it. Well, I say a website. I have somewhere where I could probably put it. I'd just take screenshots of all of them. It's literally Death Valley and Rana. Righto. And we will remove the Well, what I might do then sarcastically is I might use the website that I use and just build a skin library up and just put screenshots of each skin on with each variation so that people can have a look for themselves. Get rid of the blank pattern for the female. Wow, look at that. Aggressive and intolerant. That is certainly what I would consider the Spinosaurus in JP3 to be. Aggressive and very intolerant. I actually like the idea of this actually being a completely different looking enclosure. So let's actually give this a bit of a desert feel. Now, if I had installed Kyodenics mod, I could easily put stuff like cactus and that in, but because I haven't, I'm going to have to do it manually, but I don't mind that. Given that Kyodenic has found a way of giving us more forest and bush brushes, I'm seriously hoping he can find a way to give us all the other terrain paints, because that would be a big help. I have a couple of rock formations in here. Hello, the Gaming Raptor. There is our wonderful Spino. I feel like we need to give this guy a name, because, like, Rexy has a name. I feel like the big carnivores should be named. So, what sort of name shall we give our Spino? With a bit of a Jurassic Park 3 nod. Eric, maybe? Like Eric Kirby? Or, oh, who's the guy in it that Evo really likes? I can't remember his name. Is it Yadeski or something? No, that's the Lost World, isn't it, Eddie Carr? There's someone in Jurassic Park 3 she likes. Yadeski. There we go. Yadeski the Spino. And we'll call the female Amanda. There we go. Lovely. Right. I suppose if this is going to be a desert environment, we want to have some palms. Mix up the types we have a little bit. There we go. Yadeski, I gave you Intef. I don't know, what is Intef, Dinosaur King? Yudeski and Amanda, side romance plot in Jurassic Park 3. Oh god, Neron. Decades of fan art is going to come straight back to my mind. It's bad enough we have, like the blue and Owen Grady stuff that's around. Amanda, there we go. Amanda and Yudeski, two our male and female Spino. And this is Spinosaurus is actually one of the easiest ones to do male and females for. Just give the males the pattern and the females make blank. And that way the males have the colours on the frill and the females don't. They have actually... See, I thought they had copied this from Jurassic World 1. But actually, they had redone the animation for that. So, I guess they're not so lazy after all. I suppose we need a few... See, I guess I'm definitely missing those brushes now. So I might have to install that mod. Of course, the big problem we have with the Dominion DLC coming is that all of the mods are going to be broken for a while. So this will probably be the last Jurassic World Evolution 2 stream I do for a week or so, because obviously once that Dominion DLC drops, I'm going to have to wait for my mods to be updated. I will do a little vid on like the new content we get, but apart from that, playing wise, I probably will wait until the mods update. Maybe have a little bit of furry forest over here. There we go. I don't think that's I don't think that's too bad of a sort of desert style enclosure for our Spinos. What are you two up to? Now, you're supposed to be in wedded bliss. Oh, I think that's a good picture opportunity there, actually. Maybe that side. Yeah. Maybe have it a bit higher up, so we get the dam in the background. There we go. Looking nice, Amanda. Excellent. So we'll give the Spinosaurus like their own special like entranceway here with the Spinosaurus skeleton or what have you. And we'll continue the path around the edge. That's fine. Probably going to want some amenities at this end of the enclosure just for the Spinosaurus. Some log fencing in. Where should we have the amenities with Spinosaurus? Maybe on that back section here? Overlooking the English. Yeah, we'll have it there. Cool. Dinosaur King, yeah, do not get people going to websites like that, please. Therizinosaurus and Claire. No. I don't use Twitter and I don't know what... Yeah, no, let's not have any suggestions of places for people to go to Rule 34, please. That's definitely not going to be kid friendly. How do I lay these amenities out for the Spino? I want like them to have an upstairs view, so maybe we'll do the medium-sized ones instead. And okay, there's one. Drink. 2. And we'll just put a little gift shop. Maybe at the end? Yeah, I'll just have like a gift shop here. Sorry folks, I'm just concentrating on getting this bit done. Just wanted to make sure everything was... Yeah, that'll do. Nice. Plenty of room to put some decorations in. I don't think you wanted explained, dude. Right, we'll make that plant life in that. Continue the log fence around the edge. Okay. And yeah, we'll just stick the even lighter color in here. Transport rating is low. Your guests are complaining about the lack of transport. Why? It's not that far of a walk from here to there. Maybe our guests should stop being fat bastards. Just a thought. Carry on, I should just feed them to the Spinosaurus. See, those will, they're going to be relatively hidden, so that's fine, I think. Just change the entrance to something. Oh, we'll change this outside to tables and chairs. There you go. If the guest percentages don't show anything less than 100%, then those notifications of ball is very annoying. It is. Then what do we expect? Sushi? Actually, sushi makes sense, you know. Given they are all... You're right there, Yudeski. It's annoying that these are so noticeable, but, you know, up close it is nice to have sort of like a water effect coming out of the dam. Just no real way of hiding them. Even if you sink them deeper in, it's very difficult to do it well. You know, it's a nice touch. Okay, there, that's all good. That's our little Spinosaurus exhibit. This is all going to be foliage, I think. Humans are generally lazy to do anything of governments not caring about funding climate change. Yeah. Let's not go too political, though. I'm in trouble enough for not liking Dominion. I'm definitely in the minority of people. Like, pretty much everyone in Evo's server is fairly positive about it, and pretty much everyone in Triclaw's server is positive about it. I'm one of the few people that are like, nah. Which I suppose says a lot about how difficult I am to please. Next week, next Sunday's stream, maybe potentially a Thursday, I'm going to do another one of my script writing experiments. We're gonna join forces and create the next Jurassic movie together. Like what we would want to see in it. So I think the Camp Cretaceous one worked quite well. It was surprising how into it people got. Although that was mostly because people kept coming up with strange ways of killing Claire Deering. I don't know, Neron. I'm not sure which you'll end up in. It's certainly interesting to see just how divisive this movie has gotten amongst everyone. I feel like this river, we could make just like multiple herbivore enclosures along it. And maybe have a tour ride which goes along the back. And have the front part dedicated to guests. Is this higher than it is? Okay. I mean, me and Nerd Guy, who occasionally has been popping into this stream because he's at work at the moment, but me and Nerd Guy watched Fallen Kingdom together yesterday, and I still stand by my argument that Fallen Kingdom is better than Dominion. In terms of like movie and movie structure and plot structure, Dominion is worse. But I think Dominion is the better kind of... Dominion is the better Jurassic movie. Get what I mean? Fallen Kingdom is better as a movie, but as a Jurassic movie it was quite poor, whereas Dominion is kind of better as a Jurassic movie, but worse in terms of structure and conventional movie making techniques, I suppose. Okay. I suppose we also need to decide where we're going to have that visitor center. Maybe this lake? Or that one down there, considering this is where the Brachiosaurus and that are going to go? Difficult. I think this lake over here, or this one over here, is probably the better bet. And then we could, if we have it over here, then the tour to go and see the Brachiosaurus can come all the way down here, and then down that ridge, and then around, and then back up. But I still want a tour ride here as well. So... Music is chilled. I think we'll have another gate here so that this area can feel a bit special. Guest gate. Well, I just saw one of the best movies I've seen in a while, and I'm going to immediately follow up with the most ambitious movie ever. I think that may affect my judgment. You can't say that on here. I'm assuming Top Gun, Nero? The new Top Gun movie has been really well received. So I'm assuming it's that. Yeah, I'm actually tempted to see it as well, but maybe not now, after spending 100 quid to go watch Dominion. Certainly will not be paying to watch anything Jurassic related ever again in the cinema. It's just... they've had enough money off of me. Yeah, if you had your experience, I would leave it. Yeah, I don't know what it was. I'm hearing different things because a few reviewers on YouTube have also commented on sound problems in their experience. But then speaking to other people like Lima and such, they didn't report any weird sound problems. So it's I'm a bit uncertain at the moment whether the problems I experienced with the sound quality was the cinema or the movie. But irrespective of that, like, the quality of the screening itself by the cinema was terrible. Where did my fountain just disappear? Peculiar. Not a speck of issues. Like, what I mean by, like, audio issues is that the levels of volume were really strange. Like, sometimes I couldn't hear what characters were saying because the ambient noise of, like, everything else in the background was too loud. Like, it was when things are badly normalized. Which is still something I'm struggling to do on my videos on here, actually. Yeah, nothing like that in Ashing. So it must have been Cineworld then. Which is even more shocking, because, you know... how do you mess up something like sound that much? It's going to be quite a big... sort of part of the park, this, I've just realised. How can you not know what Top Gun is? Careful, sarcastically. It's a bit like people not knowing what Knight Rider was. Kit Crazy being like, oh my god. You watch her show up now. I've spoken the devil's name. You watch her show up. Tom Cruise movie about being the best at flying jets. Yeah. Oops. Just realised if I'm going to have a tour riding at the back of this enclosure, I'm going to need to leave room for the tour vehicles. Oh no, Kaidenic's mod meant that now the vehicles will roll through the... You can have it pass through, I think. I'm sure that's what one of his mods did that I have. So actually it doesn't matter if this goes... The only thing I do need to think about is smoothing out where it rises. It's not bad, just unusual. It's not unusual to be terrible. Right. Okay. So on the one hand we need standard enclosures, and on the other side we need the tour ride. So, tour ride. Park tour. Jurassic tour. We'll keep the the old-fashioned tour down in the other section. This one will make it like a little bit more posh. Jurassic tour route, unlit, pass-through tour track, unlit. This is the one Kyadenic added, is this pass-through track. So the pass-through track will go through stuff like water and forest and that without removing it. So, goes up there. So, fence. This needs a fence line. Jeep will go this way, and then it will enter here. So this will have some bigger, more dangerous things in this, so we'll give it a is it that one? Yeah, the old fencing. Give it the old fence. Obviously we'll hide the edges of that. Men in Black is a classic, definitely. Haven't seen Men in Black, Star Wars, Star Trek until Fletcher, Twilight, Harry Potter, Avatar. Oh, Avatar. Avatar you can miss, personally. I really did not like that movie. It's just so colossally dull. Bored me to tears. It's actually one of the few movies I've seen in 3D as well. Me and my buddy of mine, we went and watched it 3D at London cinema. Very comfortable seating. But, yeah, it bored the shit out of me. I don't understand. It's a bit like Dominion. I don't get what people see in it. Unlike Dominion, where I can understand, oh well, it's got dinosaurs in it, so that's what people see in it. When it comes to Avatar, I'm like, seriously, what do you guys think? Like, what is it? Now, if I switch this to then pass through, you should be, yeah, there we go. You should be able to go straight through the water source. This is a very, very big enclosure indeed. It's going to be a lot of species we can put in these. I suppose when the Dominion DLC drops, we can also, you know, being able to use this as transport will also be of some interest. Certainly offers up a few new possibilities for park building. Ah. Ah, you. Look. Considering James Cameron wants to, superhero movies being mindless blockbuster fun with no meaning, and now he's starting his 5th movie with Space Pocahontas, I'm peeved. Space Pocahontas. You like what you like, nothing really wrong with that. James Cameron is just sort of a... I think it's difficult. I mean, not defending him, but given the movies he's made, I kind of think he has a right to be up himself. I mean, Titanic was one of the biggest movies of the generation, and as was Avatar, so... Like... You can understand why he is so arrogant. He's responsible for some of the biggest, most famous movies of all time. Why is that so much wider than the rest of the path? Very peculiar. Oh, are you joking? They come out that side. Why can't you just... Ah. Why can you not decide which end the vehicles come out of? For bollocksing's sake. Obviously, I don't condone the use of horrific language. But for fuck's sake. It's so frustrating when something like that happens. Like, You build something expecting one direction, and it's like, oh, actually, it comes out that way. So, oh, God's sake. This is a really big water source, but that's fine. We'll cut it down. We'll like remove some of the water to make this more of a river, and remove some from this end. Oh, actually, just like create a few islands. So we're going to have a lot of animals in here, so... If we create a few... There we go. That's a bit better. How long are you going for, Fletcher? Another half hour or so, I think. I made this a bit like a 2.5 hour stream, since most of it's been terrain building. Right, where's the edge of this going to be? Here, I think. This is just a rough layout of where I'm going to have the enclosure itself. It'll probably change, but for the time being, that's where I want that to be. So we'll have all the dinosaurs in here have sort of more of a swampy environment than grassland. And then we'll kind of divide. So this one will be divided into 2 exhibits. That'll be an exhibit, and this one down here will be an exhibit. Yeah. And then we'll claim that like there's enough of a slope on these edges to stop things going down. Make this like a mock waterfall, essentially. So that's our one enclosure already there. God, I can't wait to have placeable waterfalls if any modder actually manages to figure out how to do it. Are the campaign maps part of the challenge mode? Yeah, I haven't gone back to challenge mode in so long. That's just about deep enough, I think. Yeah, oddly enough, yeah, I said the same thing when I did my full-on review of Jurassic Worldevolution 2. That actually challenge mode was one of my favourite parts of the game, much to everyone's surprise. Just because challenge mode in this game felt like campaign mode in the original. Maybe we could give a couple of lower... like, low viewpoints, but have it offset from the edge, as it were. Yeah, you could see over that, surely. It's where the gameplay is. It's effectively campaign under a new name. Yeah, exactly. I think the campaign maps and chaos maps are getting added in the new update, right? So, from what I understand, they're adding the chaos theory maps as unique challenge maps. One thing I would say, even though I don't care for that particular part of the update, the fact that we are getting those challenge maps have unique aspects to them, like the Isla Sorna one being you have to create a basically a tour ride only park. The fact they have unique aspects to them, that's what challenge mode should have been from the start. Like, that's what challenge mode should be. Each map should have been its own special, unique challenge. So I'm glad to see that they're embracing something a bit different. Yeah, but I don't really care that much anymore for challenge mode to really... I might do one or two of them, depending on how they are, but I don't care that much. I mean, knowing Evo, she'll probably play through all of them on the channel, which will be... it'll be a good chance to see what they're all about, but I might do one and be like, yeah, they're okay. Or not, if they're terrible. We'll find out. By the way, I do assure you folks, I do like some things. Like, I know a lot of my content is, I hate this, but there is quite a lot I do genuinely enjoy about a lot of stuff. I suppose the problem is a lot of the stuff I've been playing, like Jurassic Worldevolution 2, there's just a lot of problems with it that I have. What shall we have in this enclosure down here then? I mean, let's make it feel a bit more swampy. What shall our first enclosure have for the tour? It's got to be herbivorous. Mutabura. Yeah, I quite like that possibility. Mutabura. I don't think that's one I've done male and female skins for yet, though. No. Haven't done Stego either. Triceratops. Hwango. King. Oh, what about Anki? Since it's got the 2001 skin. I keep calling it a 2003 skin. I think it's because Jurassic Park, the 3 in Jurassic Park 3 keeps making me think it's came out in 2003. Yeah, let's have some Ankylosaurus down here. Make Bumpy live with some sort of anchor. I can do that, Dinosaur King. Let's do that. Because I actually happen to like the Bumpy skin. It's actually one of the few I do like. So, Anki. Ankylosaurus 2001. And Bumpy. Is this big enough really to have them living with something? What could we have them living with that I've actually got skin information for? Oh, Corythosaurus actually, because Corythosaurus doesn't get much attention, and it is another Jurassic Park 3 animal. So I've got Great Sandy Desert, which is going to be yellowish, or Svalbard. Okay, with Svalbard and lithobates. And that's the male, and so Yukon River and Kalkrana is the female. So Yukon River and Kalkrana. So we'll pick one male and 3 females. God, it takes so long to deliver stuff, don't they? Wow, we're up to, according to the analytics, 232 views on this stream. which I somehow don't believe. So, if this stream does not result in any new subscribers, I should be substantially disappointed. And you can take that as your reminder to subscribe if you haven't already. And don't forget, if you haven't joined the Discord server, there is a link down in the description to join the Discord. Which is where I tend to stream other things that maybe are not suitable for YouTube, like Wolfenstein and other things. Just going to stick this on fast forward because they're taking forever. Is it me or have like the transport choppers been slowed down since the first game? I swear the first game there was like an upgrade for the transport choppers to make them move faster. But in this game they always feel slow. Like a viewing platform. This end. Or if we have it set back. I find that quite satisfying, the way that it basically curves the path. And that would be dead on as well. Yeah, I know path not connected. Hold up. We'll figure out what to do with amenities and such at a later date. But yeah, we'll give like each enclosure have a viewing tower as well that goes sort of stepped back from the front of the path. And as much as I don't want to use too many Jurassic World buildings in this park, I just don't like the Jurassic Park viewing tower. It's too this would be fine if it was like an aviary. But why do we have, you know, all the gizmos on the top and everything else? A viewing tower like the Biosyn one, or the viewing tower like the one from Jurassic Park Operation Genesis, just has more of a Jurassic Park 1 feel to it for me. Oh, everything is in. So here's our Ankies. Lovely. Where is Bumpy? There is Bumpy. I do like this skin. Like, I know I don't care for Cretaceous, Camp Cretaceous, but the blue cyan on the back, I like it. I like a vivid colour. And it does go almost well with the JP3 ones. And there's our... These are our female Burritos. So they're sort of light grey with light blue, and our male ones are sort of darker with more of a patterning to them. Excellent. They can all eat, can't they? Let's just quickly check. Ground leaf and ground fruit. Oh, okay. Ground leaf. What's ground fruit? Oh, cycads. Okay. Better make sure there's a lot more of those. And what do these guys eat? Ground fiber. Wow, this is going to look Since this is supposed to be a swamp, so I suppose it doesn't matter that there's a lot of trees and stuff around. I actually quite like that combination of the Coreys and the Yankees. Like two very different branches of dinosaur living together. I think it works. The only thing this enclosure definitely does need now is some rocks. And I think something just to add some different colour. Much better. Less full-on greenery. The Hyperloop. Was I the only one, like... This is going to sound really stupid, but when I was watching Dominion and seeing that Hyperloop in action, was I the only one that thought it was a bit slow? It's like... They go into the Hyperloop carriage, and it has all these massive, like, racing bucket seats with 5-point harnesses and everything. And Dodgson just kind of sits in it, holding on to one strap kind of loosely. And he doesn't even move. He just like sits there and it goes. It's like, you've got 5-point harnesses. If an old man loosely holding one strap can be fine, you don't need those massive rally seats. And when it stops, like, no one is there's no inertia to it. It just stops and everyone just stands perfectly straight. You get more G-force, it seems, from a fucking bus ride. And I know it's a really minor thing to be complaining about, but it's just those little elements for me that take me out of the movie. It breaks the immersion, and it's just those little elements. Oh yeah, we need I think log fence. Just log wire fencing just to keep our crowd safe. We don't want them getting run over by trucks, unless they're Claire Deering, of course. She can be hit by a truck as much as we like. Not that I'm wishing harm on Bruce Dallas Howard herself, but the character of Claire Deering is too badly written. But I do agree with Evo that in this movie she's about as well written as she can get. But that's not saying much. That looks really nice in the daytime, I think. How tall are these? Might want to change the type of fence here to something that's not so eye level. Steel wire fence. How does that look? Oh, that's better, isn't it? You still feel protected from the dinosaurs. That steel fence looks, I think, defensive enough, and it doesn't disrupt the dinosaur viewing. Yeah. Excellent. Well, I'm just going to snap a few screenshots. Mostly so I can put them all over Evo's channel. Depth of field. Focus depth. We want to blur out the stuff in the back. I'm sure there's probably like a really... I'm sure there's a really like correct method of doing this, but I just tend to fiddle with the settings until I get something that looks what I want. I'm sure there's a very specific photo method of doing it. It's nice. Snap. Still expecting Maisie to have dinosaur powers. Maybe have her ride on the back of an ankylosaurus into battle or something. Jurassic Park Endgame. Please don't give them ideas. If they have clone children, might as well give them dinosaur powers. Yeah. Let's grab a few of our Spinosaurus enclosure. Obviously not anywhere near finished because there's lots of decoration to do. But what I'm going to do is build most of the park first, because what I don't want to happen is what happened with my Diego park, where I did decorations as I went and then ended up with the park unable to be finished without crashing it. So. Right, Amanda. I feel like I should probably take a screenshot of I'll just take a screenshot of that so I can paste it directly to you. The Jurassic World Evolution 2 achievements have been updated even though the DLC isn't out yet. Oh well, at least we get some idea of what sort of rubbish we're going to have to do. What is going on over here? What are you doing? Just getting stuck inside each other. Okay then. And obviously these guys will need to be... There's a lot of guests over here. I wish there was a way of making these staff-only areas. They're all probably complaining because, like, this is just staff-only. So... they're all not seeing dinosaurs. Where's our Struthies and Dracorexes? Oh, they're all on the waterfront. Oh, photo opportunity there. Not you. You're doing a very strange look. It's nice, I think. Yeah, I'll be curious to see how this new intelligence trait actually, like, whether it actually legitimately changes anything or whether it's just another damp squib of a change. Like, whether the dinosaurs actually start feeling a bit more interesting and a bit more challenging. We'll see. Where's the male Draco Rex gone? There's the other two females. Is that you? No, that's Struthy. Huh. Oh, there he is. He was amongst the Struthiomimus all along. Hidings. Yeah, I think so far this park is turning out to be alright. Obviously, there's a lot more to do. I shall continue this park. What I shall probably do is like finish this massive river enclosure off stream. And the next time I stream this park, we'll probably work on this area at the back. Obviously, that won't be until the Dominion DLC is out, and then after all of the mods have updated. The dinosaurs want to speak to the park manager. Nope, the park manager is not in. Next stream next week, there'll be something from Dane. I'm going to do a Let's Make Our Own Jurassic Park film script stream, and yeah, we'll see how that goes. Thank you guys, those of you who have popped in and who have been here the whole thing. Rami and Sarcastically and Neron has been here. Dinosaur King, Nerd Guy, sure I'm forgetting some people. Let's just scroll back. Herman's been here for a while. Just a Dishwasher was here as well. Yeah. And if you are watching this after the fact and you still haven't subscribed, please do so, as we want to get to that 500 mark by the end of July. Until then, enjoy the rest of your evening, folks, and I'll see you next time. Stay safe and goodbye.